All right, y'all. Not Spotify. 6 Disney Channel stars who ruined their careers. Love Tough. Love his videos. Shout out to him. Definitely go check out the original video. If you haven't seen it yet, don't watch mine. It doesn't matter. But I will be eating some Pop-Tart bites during this. I'm so sorry
This
in advance.
video is sponsored by
I haven't ate
Surfshark
yet.
VPN. Most of us Disney
And I forgot
fans
to eat
have
before
fond memories
streaming.
around Disney Channel stars who made our childhood just a little bit brighter.
try and
Unfortunately,
shut the
while
fuck
these
up when I-
stars seemed on a definite path to greatness, not all of them managed to keep that spark. So in today's video, we take a deep dive
I'm also not surprised at this video at all because the fucking horror stories. Oh god, I just spit out some of this. This is awful. I'm never eating on stream again. How do people do this shit on the regular? The horror stories I hear about Nickelodeon stars, fucking Disney Channel stars, or just in general child stars, because I don't want to say all the time because you never know a parent's intentions, but a lot of the times it's either a parent looking for profit because it's easy to push on your child, or they're living vicariously through their child because they could be an actor themselves or actress, and it's just greediness overall that fucks it over on both the company sides and the parents' sides, because a lot of bad shit happens. So I don't blame. Okay, I don't want to say I don't blame them, but I totally understand why some of these child actors go off the rails when they're older. Now, not every time. Sometimes people are just fucking crazy, but shit happens.
into Disney Channel stars who somehow ruined their careers, with some even trying to
I won't lie. I used to watch Ashton Alley as a kid. I won't lie.
salvage things and get back on the right track. Welcome to Disney Channel stars who ruined their careers.
Is that Shake It Up? Hey, this shit was fire too. All these shows were fire.
Hey guys,
bro.
welcome back to another video. My name is Tubber Tubbington, and
Tuv, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, I'm excited to check out your album. I'm not gonna check it out on stream, but I'm gonna check it out one of these days. Probably today, to be honest. I just forgot. But I'm gonna watch the album movie. I'm excited to hear it. I think it's gonna be a banger, man.
And when I say these people ruined their careers, I'm basically saying they took a really hard hit. Saying someone's career was ruined even though they're making more than the average citizen
If you put Demi Lovato in this video, he ain't shit because everybody already knows that.
is very tricky because it's almost debatable. And I am not going to include actors I talked about in this video. Also, today we're focusing on a real life morbid topic. This is interesting because I literally said I wasn't going to do these, which is why we switched over to fictional morbid. But I'm always going to be honest with you guys. The fictional morbid videos aren't doing too good on this channel. They're just not. It's been kind of scary.
Well, yeah, the anime that were banned one was kind of very surface level. Of course, no one gives a fuck about that one. I'm sorry,
Looking
bro.
for a home.
But I didn't watch those other two.
The fictional morbid videos aren't doing
I really want to. I have this one I watch later. This one, I mean, I already seen Powerpuff Girls. This wasn't really a surprise to me. Same with this one. It's like I'm already into anime a lot more than the average person, sadly. So this didn't really hit me. But with stuff like this, like it's always like I get, because he puts hard work into his videos. You might be watching this and be like, you're a reactor, you don't get it. But I do have 2 other channels where I make like video videos, especially my anime channel where I have done like analysis before. I've done video essays before on a smaller scale, and I have bigger ones planned. So I get, like, I do make actual content. You just don't see it if you only know this channel. So I get it, but 3 videos I don't think is enough time to let the audience turn around. So, but I get it too. I get it. I would say just do a mix, bro. Like, you gotta phase shit out with that type of stuff. You don't just, I mean, it can work just going a hard change, but I would attempt just phasing it out while still intertwining the new content. But
too good on this channel. They're just not. It's been kind of scary looking for a home. What niche
Hey,
does
what's
the
up,
Tub channel belong to? I don't know either. But what I do know is that I'll try my best to make it morbid, no matter what.
Or
But I
start a
came up
second
with the
channel.
idea of every time that I talk about a morbid topic, we get a sponsor to back up the video. So I want to give a big thanks to Surfshark
Woo!
VPN. We'll talk more about them later in the video. This video has a 99% chance of getting demonetized. It might be monetized the first 2 days and then right after. I don't know why. I don't want to be the guy that complains about monetization, so I'm not
I
gonna
don't
be.
complain
I'm still
about
gonna upload.
monetization.
And
I
also, my
react to other
album
people's
dropped
shit.
on August 18th, so
Copyright
go
claim
stream
me.
it if you want.
I
and
want.
you
I would like the original creators to make the money.
can
Damn
go
it.
watch the album movie. It's here on this channel. With that being said, let's
Hey,
get
I just
started
mentioned I'm gonna
with the
listen to
video. Mitchell Musso. Kicking us off is Mitchell Tate Musso, a 32-year-old actor, also a musician, hailing from Garland, Texas. Before
did he
losing
play?
his edge, arguably, Musso had a solid career at Disney. He was particularly
What show
famous
is
for
this?
his role as Oliver Ken in Disney sitcom Hannah Montana. That role
Oh shit. Okay, Hannah Montana was weird because it was a little bit before my time, but also during my time, like my early time of watching Disney Channel. so I kind of watched it, but it wasn't my like prime time.
Role also propelled him into a leading role in
Never
Pair of
watched
Kings,
Pair
where
of
he played
Kings.
King Brady.
I don't
Also in
think.
2010.
Actually, wait a minute. I think I did watch Pair of Kings. Hold on. Because I remember them always doing some crazy shit. And it was like, oh my god, we got fucking money, bro. Oh my god. Or am I tripping? Huh. Maybe not. What the fuck is this show? Warrior visits their school. Was I thinking of a different show? I know there was a show where crazy... I remember this shit, though. I must have not watched it. I don't fucking know. We reacted to a lot of shit, but it was a lot of game trailers and a couple K-pop tracks. Nothing like crazy.
Then he became host to a hidden camera reality show, Prank Stars. Now, these are only highlights to Mitchell Musso's accomplishments because there's a lot to go over. He got into acting at the young age of 8, and even before his Hollywood debut in 2004 on the show Secondhand Lions, he had been cast in other films like Am I Cursed and The Keyman. Also, in the time between his role in Hannah Montana and Pair of Kings, he featured in several films in different capacities, including voice acting. For example, he was the voice of Kurt, Bobby Hill's friend in some episodes of King of the Hill. He was also the voice of Jeremy Johnson in Phineas and Ferb. He voiced Aang in an unaired version of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck?
And also a DJ in Monster House. Musso was also featured as Raymond Fig in Life is Rough, so clearly he had a lot going on. And still, that wasn't all. He had a music career running parallel to his acting. In 2009, he released his debut album under Walt Disney Records. He even got to create original tracks and perform remakes of existing
crazy, bro.
songs for Disney.
I remember back when they used to promote their artists on the Disney Channel and shit, and they were like, listen to it here. I'm not gonna lie, if I was an artist under Disney Channel Records, I think I can't even say what I would do to myself, but yeah, I would be very sad.
He sang a remix version of Lean On Me for the film Snow Buddies, and then alongside Tiffany Thornton, he recorded the song Let It Go that was used in the film Hatching Pete, not the Frozen Let It Go. Also in 2009, Musso opened for Metro Station. You know, the classic pop rock band that gave us the hit single Shake It. Shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake it.
Hey!
Again, these are just some of his musical highlights. His accomplishments as a musician are just as impressive as his acting ones. Now, what did Musso do to tarnish such an impressive resume? Well, it's alleged that it's all thanks to a 2011 DUI, as reported by People, the popular...
I don't even want to joke about that. DUI is the... Anything under the influence while driving,
online
fuck
publication.
you.
On the early Sunday morning, 3:43 a.m. on October 16th, 2011, Musso was arrested under the suspicion of driving under the influence, with the police confirming that his blood alcohol level was well over. Musso had driven through an intersection and failed to do what an officer instructed him to do. At the time, Musso
I hate this bullshit too. Oh my god, he was arrested. Oh, he learned his lesson. Oh wait, let's give the celebrity a fucking 5,000 bail. Like, he didn't learn his lesson. He got out the fucking day of.
Years old, which was below the legal drinking age of 21. He went to jail but was released on a $5,000 bail. He eventually accepted a plea deal and got 36 months of probation with no jail time. In an interview
you really got that one.
With E! Online, he said, "In becoming an adult, I have learned firsthand that stepping up and taking responsibility is the best way to..."
Look, I don't know what the law is in terms of how hard you should punish fucking drunk drivers. I just think that's like I don't know. Like, there's some crimes where sometimes, like, this is gonna sound fucked up, but sometimes the crimes happen, you're like, I understand. Like, maybe someone's robbing because they're, you know, they need to feed themselves or some shit. I don't know. Maybe they're homeless. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I was trying to make up shit. But then maybe someone like is defending themselves and some bad shit happens. But like, that's understandable because they're defending themselves. But driving drunk literally can help no one in any situation.
Move forward. I am especially thankful to my family and fans for their unwavering support and encouragement. I am glad to now put this in the past. This was after the plea deal. According to TMZ, while Disney and Musso have been in the talks to move the actor from kids shows to young adult projects, the DUI arrest led to the move being made immediately. So instead of Disney waiting for another
season, I was about to say, if they weren't going to do that, I was going to be like, well, that should help it.
Before making the decision, they quickly replaced him with a character played by Adam Hicks. At the time, Musso was...
So I think I'm mixing up two shows then, because I remember the characters of Pair of Kings, but I don't remember the events.
Also hosting the Prank Star show, which had aired 4 episodes by the time of his arrest. Learning of the DUI issue and fearing any bad publicity, Disney immediately canceled the show, making it one of the shortest running shows on Disney.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think anyone would give a fuck who's watching Disney Channel. If you're watching Disney Channel, you're probably like 10. I get why they do it, but nowadays especially. But back then, maybe I'm projecting because we didn't have fucking internet, but internet wasn't that big. People didn't care about this shit, probably. They probably didn't know. You know, people watching Disney Channel. I think you could have still
Only
aired them.
6 episodes ever being produced. 2
You don't have to make
episodes
new
that had
ones,
already
but-
been filmed and were being planned to air were also pulled from the programming schedule. Musso's acting career took a big hit after the DUI incident, and his music career flatlined, but it did pick up a bit in 2022. He did, however, manage to salvage the situation, given he did voice acting for Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy's Law. It's even alleged that Musso's saving grace was that Disney had quietly kept him on their payroll even after bidding his show and acting slots after the DUI. The Mitchell Musso case is a really interesting one because he didn't like do anything to anyone else. It's just you got to be on edge when you're working for Disney.
Nope, that is something I disagree. Driving drunk immediately endangers everyone else, even if it doesn't happen.
You know, this was
like
a
crash
horrible
or
look for
nothing.
Disney, and they obviously just wanted nothing to do with him afterwards. But I did see somewhere, the reason I thought about this whole video idea was because he came up on my For You page. I believe it was him, or
Let's
maybe it was
go.
a fan page.
One of
but
his
it was
banger
just,
songs.
I think the caption was something along the lines of like, so this is what he's doing now, and he was just making music. Nothing crazy, but seems like a pretty normal dude. It just
fair
really
enough.
sucks
Keep your head down,
that
make
he
some-
was drunk
make
driving
some
when he was
bangers.
20, and you know, who knows where his career would have been if he didn't do that one night when he was only 20 years old.
I
Like,
don't
that's
care. I'm 20. I never drank before. I get it. I haven't been fucking, you know, like abused or nothing under the child acting fucking space. But still, I think 20 years old is old enough to know not to fucking drunk drive, you idiot. God damn.
crazy a decision you make.
I swear I'm not really that angry. It's just the one thing that I like. There's a few things in life that I will never justify, and that's one
At
of them.
20, boom. Now he's 32, so damn. Yeah, whatever. I hope he learned from his mistakes. Let's head on to the next one.
I turned 21 soon though.
Hey guys,
Like,
I just want to take a
year.
quick break to talk about today's sponsor,
Like 7
Surfshark
months or so.
VPN. Surfshark VPN keeps your online identity safe by encrypting
I am
all the
nervous. Like
information that goes
yesterday,
from
me,
your
my brother, and his friend were talking about what we're gonna do on my 21st. I'm so nervous to drink, bro. It's nerve
device to the internet. This keeps your personal data protected from big companies and cyber criminals. Let me
Wait
show
a
you
minute,
some
I
reasons
just got
why you
sneak
should
into
get
an
Surfshark
ad?
VPN.
Get the fuck out of here. Not.
Jake T.
Wait,
Austin.
is this who I
Jake
think
T.
it is?
Austin
Oh no,
definitely
I thought that was the guy from Austin Nelly. I was gonna be like, no.
took DUI to a
Oh, wait, that's
whole other
Alex
level.
Ross
Coming
or
from New York
something,
City
right?
and proudly
Something like
embracing
that?
his Puerto Rican heritage,
I don't
Jake's
know his
acting
name.
career goes back
Austin
as
Ross?
early
I
as
don't know.
2002 when he was appearing in commercials. He was 8 at the time. He made his first credited acting appearance a year
Wait,
later. in
Alex Ross is a
2003,
fucking
for
comic
Rowan
book writer.
Kid
I'm so dumb.
1698, a comic sketch in The Late Show with David Letterman. And he kept
Ross
growing from
Lynch
there.
is
In
his
2005, for instance, he landed a major role where he voiced Diego, Dora's cousin, in Nickelodeon's Dora the Explorer. He voiced
I
that
won't lie.
character even
I won't lie. I won't lie. Diego is way fucking better than Dora. Why the fuck? Okay, maybe it's because Dora's show had a better fucking format for like watchability. But Diego was my fucking boy. I loved his show. I won't lie. It wasn't as good as Dora's, but as a character, you cannot tell me that you gave more of a fuck about Dora than Diego. Anytime Diego popped up in Dora's show, ooh, let's fucking go. Although I don't remember Dora ever showing up in Diego's show. Dora's fake as fuck. Using your cousin for publicity, but you can't help him out when you're clearly more popular. You bitch. Some bullshit.
on the spin-off, Go Diego Go. He then did
Hold
voice
on, did Diego show up in the fucking live action Dora? I never watched that shit, but please say you did. Diego live action Dora. Did he? Don't tell me this is fucking Diego. What did they do to my boy? What did they do to my boy? At least let his hair grow out a little bit, like a little tiny bit. I don't know. Maybe I should watch that movie. Even if it's not good, it'd probably be a fun watch.
roles in The Ant Bully and Everyone's Hero before his first live-action role in The Perfect Game. However, his debut at Disney was under the role of Chris.
Ooh,
in
that reminds
Johnny
me, I gotta
Papa
rewatch
House before he got
Angels in
cast
the
as
Outfield.
Max Russo on Wizards of
One of
Waverly
the
Place.
best
The role of Max
fucking
Russo made him particularly famous and cemented
baseball
his
movies.
career at Disney. Writing on that
Wizards
theme,
of
he
Waverly
landed other
Place
roles
was
between
fire.
2011 and 2014.
Hey, I looked it up. You're late. Sorry. Stream delay got you, bitch.
Including voicing Fernando in Rio and Rio 2. He also got a guest appearance in Drop Dead Diva and a role as Rob Fisher in Law & Order. I'd say that's pretty impressive.
I never
there's
watched Law &
actually
Order.
more. In 2013, Jake landed his next major role after Max Russo. He was cast as Jesus Foster in the famous teen drama The Fosters. It was at this point, 2 seasons into the
Never
show,
watched it
that
either.
his career would take a hit. Should we say a self-inflicted hit? And he's still trying to come back from it. So what happened? Jake got into 2 DUI incidents and they were pretty
Once
intense.
again, fuck you. I don't now all sympathy's lost. Like, goddamn.
First, on October 8th, 2013, he was arrested after being pulled over for driving at night without headlights. Apparently, police officers had smelled booze when they approached his vehicle, and Jake had performed poorly in the sobriety test that they administered on site. A little over a month later, on November 19th, 2013, he got into a more serious DUI incident. This time, it's alleged that under the influence of alcohol, while driving a 2010 Audi with New York plates, Jake rammed into 3 other cars.
This shit fucking makes my blood boil, bro. Like, it's one thing. And obviously, I feel fucking bad if you're if you're drinking or doing drugs and some shit, and it's to get rid of the pain or whatever's going on in your life. But it's one thing to do that to yourself, which obviously fucking sucks still. But at least I don't want to say it's better than fucking endangering everyone else, but it kind of is. Like, that's so dumb, bro. It's so fucking dumb. I'll never understand it.
The clip of the accident, as shared by TMZ, went viral.
Let me ask you something. You say that now you know it's Jake.
I don't like TMZ either. Fuck TMZ.
Well, when we were finishing filling out like the paperwork, one of my friends called.
Although, is TMZ still around? Like, any of these fucking like paparazzi things, like, I know they're still around, but like, since the internet's so big now, we don't watch channels like this, I feel like. Now they just use social media, huh? Blueface stabbed in boxing gym? Wow, I wouldn't have known this if it wasn't for TMZ. Maybe they are making a comeback. Goddamn. Is he good, though? Oh, in the leg. Okay, thank God. Stabbings are scary, bro. That sucks. He had a boxing match coming up. Damn. That sucks.
It was one of the cars that was hit, so... you know, the officers pulled the registration. They had to open his car because he locked his car and fled the scene with his friend.
Can you show me someone who, like, ruined their career by, like, streaking or something? Like, something stupid and funny? Like, DUIs are just sad.
His car and dug through his car and found his registration, and that's how we knew, because they put his registration, his address, and his name on the police report for the insurance company.
Well, okay, so what you know is that Jake owned the car, but how do you know? Now, you've seen pictures.
Oh, but no, that's when we put it together. We were like, oh, that's who that is. Because, like, there was a bunch of people standing outside after, but only myself and one other neighbor actually saw him. And he's like, that guy looks familiar, but I wasn't really thinking of, like, placing him with anybody, because that wasn't, like, the first thing on my mind.
So once the police told you that Jake is the owner of the car, did you then go and look, like, Google him or something and find an image of him, and that
triggered it, and it was like, of course that's him. Yeah, that's exactly who that was.
He had been with a friend in the car, and in a bizarre twist, immediately after the crash, he left the scene. Witnesses reported seeing him throw a bottle of vodka out the window and fleeing from the scene in an Uber. His lawyer then called the cops and told him that all the victims would be fully compensated, and there was no need to prosecute. Oh, and he didn't get charged for fleeing the scene because he apparently left to seek medical treatment at the ER due to an injury to his mouth. Now, the rumor is that Jake was dropped from another season 3 of The Fosters, due to this trouble with the law. He later made a comment that might corroborate this version, saying that taking a break from acting helped him from getting out of hand. This is just speculation, though. And the reason I'm saying the whole issues with the law leading him to being dropped from The Fosters could be speculation is because there's an alternate explanation. MovieWeb, for instance, writes that Jake left the show because he wanted a bigger part. This character he was playing was gonna get smaller parts after the 2nd season, so he decided to take the chance and play new characters. Either way.
And what better way to do that than drunk driving?
He was replaced with Noah Centineo.
That'll really make Disney want to
Also, regardless of the version of events around him leaving the show, his career did take a huge hit. That's undeniable. The DUI incident has followed his reputation ever since, and a lot of people think that he didn't end up being as great as he could have been. For instance, he got voice acting roles in 2017, including the Emoji Movie,
like,
and
I don't
has
know.
some upcoming.
Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. I don't fucking know, because I am, like, whenever a controversy happens to someone, right? Like, fucking all these different controversies happen to celebrities. If it's like way in the past, normally I'm like, you know, whatever, you know, who cares, you know, if they change, then good, nice. But I don't know. I think there's some things that are just hard to. I don't know, man. I guess it's up to your own morals and stuff. Like, and you can still separate artists from the art. Like, I'm sure. How many fucking rappers probably have DUIs and I still bump them and like them? You know, it's just. It's weird, man. It's so weird. The human brain's perception on things
Friday,
is so
Pledge
awkward.
Trip, Paw Patrol, The Mighty Movie, and Daft
Paw Patrol
aren't that bad, but you're gonna be compared to that biggest show you were on, which for him was
Paw Patrol's better.
If you compare any of them to Selena Gomez, she's light years
True.
ahead of all of them. So of course
This is
that's
why
gonna
the
have
guys
a
were
lot
so
of people
fire.
compare more often than they should. But still, this dude had talent, and I don't know how to say it without sounding rude, I guess, but it would have been great to see him further in his career by now.
Damn.
Adam Hicks. So far, we've talked about DUIs,
Adam
and if Disney
Hicks.
stars getting DUIs surprises you, then you're about to be shocked with what Adam Hicks did. Our
Whoa!
next star is Adam Hicks, whose full name is
okay, wait.
Adam
I actually
Paul
liked
Nielsen.
him in most of the roles he played. I didn't know he fucking had a
Hicks was
DUI.
born in Las Vegas, Nevada in November 1992 and is a well-known, multi-talented individual who has dabbled in acting, rapping, singing, and songwriting.
Rapping?
Although it's unclear
Oh, I
at
gotta
what
hear
age
this
he
shit.
began
Nah. Adam Hicks rapping. Bro, why did everyone want to be a rapper? I mean, I understand it. I fucking try to be a rapper. I still am. Chosen One music video, Adam Hicks.
Actor and rapper Adam Hicks was in Disney movies Lemonade Mouth and Zeke and Luther. Was arrested after several.
Oh boy. He is. I mean, 120k views, not bad, but 5k subscribers. Oh my god, I am 23 years old living in Japan. Zeke definitely, and Luther definitely impacted my life. 12 years later, I still care about you. Hey, W actually. I thought it was going to be something different. I gotta hear the music. If it's good, it's good. Let's see. I'm not about to get copyright.
Try to lock me up and throw away the key. Never thought that I could turn around and be someone. Sat in my cell and every night I couldn't sleep. Asking my mother, are you there? Cause I need someone. I put that pistol in my hand and wouldn't leave. Traumatized when I hold
Hey, it actually ain't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like like if I didn't know who was singing it, I would just think it's any other artist. To be honest.
Now they seeing that I'm back up in the streets. And everybody fucking with
It's
me.
so weird putting the face to this though. This is awkward.
Everybody fucking with me, I'm the chosen one.
It ain't that bad. It ain't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That's crazy.
Acting, it's undeniable that he's good at his craft. He's known for being cast in The Boy Next Door as Jason Zimmer.
No,
Eric
he's
Keane
known
as
for
replacement
being
to
a
Mitchell
goated
Musso,
rapper.
Fried
Come
Worms
on
as
now.
Titus, and a Cole lead role as Luther Waffles on Zeke and Luther. Also, shout out
Maybe it was Zeke and Luther that I was thinking about all the crazy shit that happened when I mixed it up with not Ranking of Kings. It's a fucking anime. When I mixed it up with Para Kings, because that one had a lot of crazy shit, right? And was it because of science or what? I don't fucking know, bro. These shows.
Lemonade Mouth, one of the best
So many of them.
underrated Disney movies of all time. However, among
I
all
don't know, watch
these,
that
being
one.
on Zeke and Luther made it.
You know what the best
significantly
Disney movie is? Speaking of rapping, Let It Shine, bro. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me tell him, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey. Bro, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't fucking understand this rivalry. Go to the rapper. Ghost rights for this motherfucker? I think something like that. Like he had the earpiece in his ear and he was like flirting with a girl. But then he gets a little, too much dip on your chip. So he said, I'm taking the crown back. This is better than 8 Mile. Fuck you mean. Oh. Hey.
Here we go again. Prepare to meet your end. Just looked you up on Facebook. You have
Zero friends.
You ain't even kissed a girl. You write a love letter. I buy her ice and pearls. You like me now. Even Roxanne's in the background saying, wow, bling's got style. Gold chain. If you're a rapper, why is Chris your backup dancer like an extra on Soul Train? I see your mommy and your daddy in that front row. They must be
Hold on. But the comeback verse, oh my goodness, it killed it.
high heel shoes. You should rock pigtails in the skirt.
Damn, this verse is long as fuck.
Are your feelings getting hurt? Ooh, well, maybe I should
The performance was A1 too, bro. I was doing dance moves and shit.
roof off the theater ceiling. Maybe you should start kneeling and either getting misty. You're so whack. If you were me, you couldn't diss
Bro,
me.
y'all understand? Fucking like 9-year-old me rewatched this movie so many. Maybe 9. It's wrong. When did this movie come out? 2012. Oh my god, I got it right on point. I was 9. Holy shit, bro. 9-year-old me. I knew these lyrics. I was always rapping them.
After I'm eating this pipsqueak, and when we're on vacation,
You know he wanted to say pussy so bad.
here's a couple bucks. Buy yourself a better
Outfits. I might be a busboy, but you just got served. Best line in the whole movie. Hold on.
Have a stack of cash or a flashy pad. I saw you last week driving a taxi.
It was so weird though, watching this, knowing him from Everybody Hates Chris.
Secrets out, and now they know sport.
Sport.
We'll call you if we need a ride to an
S airport, something like that. Oh,
off at home after this.
oh,
Then you can take your couple bucks back. But as it is,
oh.
you're playing yourself like solitaire. Telling everyone that's here that you're a millionaire.
Ah!
You're not a baller, you're a phony. I bet your whole crew was a bunch of renter homies.
Ooh!
Lie in bed lonely. Your persona's a facade. The only girls you get are in the pages of a
Catalog!
Lord of the bluff. His lies were
Oh my god, best rap battle of all time. Where's the
that you
end?
don't, cause you don't have the guts to tell us who you really are. So you can keep a trophy that you don't
Deserve. I might be a busboy,
but you just got served.
And then I remember the part where he goes to give him the trophy and goes, and gives it to the rightful winner. I gotta rewatch this movie. Oh my god, this movie is so good. Oh my goodness, bro.
Positive impact on his reputation.
Oh,
He
my
arguably
camera's
grew
dead.
popular under that show, which had him for 77 episodes. Hicks' other notable acting projects include his role as Wen Gifford in Lemonade Mouth. His music career was also pretty
Might
solid
be
as
a
he wrote,
busboy,
recorded,
but you
and
just
got
got
featured in
served.
remixes of songs that were used in Disney's productions. For instance, he wrote Determinate, Breakthrough, and Living on a High Wire. And all three of those songs were used in Lemonade Mouth. Determinate.
I gotta watch this movie. He was making it sound amazing.
That soundtrack was crazy too. I'm not even
Disney
listening to
movies
that
do
after
be
this.
fire
Of course,
sometimes.
these are just some highlights of his music career. Now, one thing I found interesting is that Hicks' career had been solid up until he took up the role of King Boz in Pair of Kings, where he replaced Mitchell Musso. And just to refresh your memory, our first Disney star on
Bro,
this
some of
list
that
to
drink
ruin
just
his
went into my
career
eye. What the
was
fuck?
Mitchell Musso. He got into trouble with the law and somehow ended up losing his part in Pair of Kings. So what are the chances that the dude they got to replace the dude that ruined his career?
Oh no, it's like the is it the Madden cover curse or the 2K cover curse? Yeah, wait, what was the NBA one that was worse? I think the NBA cover curse was worse. Where it was like they get injured or something. I don't know, but it's like that. He got the role and now he's fucked.
This dude that was going to replace him ruined his career too.
If they do a reboot, try not to get the role.
His run-ins with the law started in 2018, and between 2013, when he last
Bro,
featured in
did
Pair of
you hear
Kings
his
in
rap? He's
2018,
obviously a
he had been
gangster,
in other
bro.
acting
Come
roles.
on now.
Some of the shows he featured in include Shifting Gears, Freakish, Little Savages, CSI, Windsor, and Texas Rising. Anyway, as being reported by Variety, on Wednesday, January 24th,
I find it crazy when people wear their
Hicks was
beanies like
arrested
that.
on a suspicion of a string of armed robberies. Yeah, you heard that right. Not one, but multiple armed robberies. According to
Yeah,
the
come
Burbank
on, man.
Police
He needs
Department, Hicks had
material
been
for his
accused of
raps.
robbing several people on the streets of the San Fernando Valley area. Apparently, Hicks, who was 25 at the time, and his girlfriend, Danny Tamburo, who was 23, would go up to people walking in the area, stick a gun in their face, and demand cash and other valuables. Two of the victims were elderly women in their 70s. The SWAT team was sent to his house in the 1800 block of North Niagara Street. Later that day, at 2 p.m., they arrested him. On his premises, they found a
they're gonna
gun
let him
and
go
stolen
after they
property.
heard
This
his
incident
raps.
was, of course, shocking to a lot of people, but
I
some
would.
felt it was within Hicks' capacity to do so, especially after TMZ revealed that he had 2 prior arrests on his record for, first, firing a gun and shooting himself in the leg, and second, for battery. The 2 prior arrests had, however, been dismissed for lack of sufficient evidence. Regarding the robberies, it just makes it interesting that he did them all within minutes of each other, and makes you wonder if he was just bored one day and decided to rob some people. Regardless, after the arrest, he was held on a $550,000
He looks like such
bail,
a nice
while his
young man
girlfriend
in
was
this
also held on a
mugshot.
$350,000 bail. Hicks's hearing had initially been set for March 23rd, 2019, but it got delayed after a judge appointed a doctor to help determine his mental state following a claim by Hicks's lawyer that the star wasn't fit for trial. Later, he did appear in court and pled not guilty to 3 felony counts of attempted second-degree robbery and 2 felony counts of second-hand degree robbery. 3 years after the incident, on June 18th, 2021,
And one
Hicks was
count
finally
of
sentenced to 5 years for
spreading
1 count of
fire.
robbery. His girlfriend received her sentence back in 2019, where she got 3 years of formal probation. In March 2022, Hicks was released on parole after he got credited for the 1,460 days that he spent in jail while awaiting sentencing. Now, another interesting part of Hicks' story is that he gave an interview after his jail term, and it got a lot of people sympathizing with him. In the interview, he opens up about struggling with anxiety and panic attacks, which were worsened by the pressure of being a child actor. He also talks about self-medicating
So I
with
robbed
alcohol,
someone.
marijuana, and Xanax from a young age. Even worse, he had family troubles with his mom suffering from multiple sclerosis, and the dad refusing to work. At 18, he was basically in debt and trying to transition from a child actor into adult roles. He also struggled with mental health issues, like delusional episodes.
does
that were
fucking
worsened
suck,
by
my
his
boy,
mother's
but-
death. Going forward, he seems to be only
Robbing?
interested in focusing on his music. He's had singles out periodically since October 28th, 2022, with many of them being about his mental health
I
and
can't
time
even
in
hate.
jail.
I like the song. If he coming out with more bangers like that, I ain't mad at it.
But right after, I was found incompetent to stand trial, which means I was not in my right state of mind during all this or after my arrest. I was flagged by multiple psychiatrists as incompetent to stand trial, which means I could not stand trial because of my mental state. So the judge sent me to a hospital where they put me on medication and it helped me immensely. Then once I regained my competency, I was sent back to LA County Jail where I had to start the process over again and ultimately take a deal.
We can only hope his career goes up from here. This is
Yeah,
another
I mean,
person I've
hey,
actually seen.
I still believe that jail and prison should, unless you're like a pedophile, but it should be for rehabilitation, not just incarceration. I do still feel like we've lost the plot on that forever. Not just lately, but forever. They don't. You can tell that most of the time they don't give a fuck about rehabilitation, because clearly when people get out of prison, the stats of them going back is crazy because they just aren't fit for society afterwards. But if he truly, if that's true, then fair enough, I guess.
On TikTok and on Instagram Reels, and he just talks about his mistakes. He seems like a very good dude now. But yeah, he seems very mature. He went through a lot. It seems like he learned. But once again, I guess when you get a bad image, especially when you're related to Disney somehow, they just flatline your career. If you're watching this, bro, just keep up with your music and definitely just learn from your mistakes. That's all I can really say. Stoney Westmoreland. We started with DUIs, went to robbery, and now you might wonder, what could top that? Well,
he
because our
drunk
next
drove.
Disney
Oh
star
my
ruined
God!
his career in a way that he may never come back from. I'm talking about Stoney Westmoreland, a well-known American actor and producer born in Kingsport, Tennessee in 1970.
I have a feeling he's setting up for something crazy.
Now, before we talk about his scandal and downfall, just like our previous stars, he had a solid career going on, spanning from 1996 to 2018. For example, he featured in prominent films like Godzilla from 1998 as a tunnel guard. He was also in Golden Boy as a producer and World Trade Center as Patty McGee. He also made appearances in popular TV shows like Scandal, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and NCIS, among others. In his most recent and quite significant role, he was cast on the show Andy Mac
I
on
remember
Disney
this
Channel
one.
as Henry
that was
Mac,
that wasn't my time. That was my younger siblings' time.
It was during this role that things would take a very dark turn. In December 2018, Westmoreland was arrested for a pretty serious crime, enticing a minor into. He was accused of soliciting from a 13-year-old teenage boy via the Grindr app after he unknowingly communicated with an undercover officer on the app. The profile had been set up by police detectives and operated near the area.
People still fall for that shit. It's so crazy. I mean, it's a W for, police and kids, so shit doesn't happen. But on one hand, I want to laugh at him for fucking falling for that shit because, Chris Hansen's been telling y'all the trade secrets on the sting operations and shit for a long time. But on the other hand,
where Disney's sitcom Andy Mac was being filmed. According to TMZ, the arrest took place on Friday, December 14th, 2018 in Salt Lake City, Utah. He was taken into custody by Salt Lake City Police Department and the FBI Child Exploitation Task Force, who also found 2 novelty toys in his hotel room. He also admitted to sending explicit photos and that the person he was speaking to told him that he was 13 years old. His actions fell into 2 felony categories: enticing a minor by interest or text, and dealing in materials harmful to a minor, aka exploitation of a minor. He had apparently asked the teen to engage in acts with him and send him explicit photos.
Check his phone
contacts.
Is Dan Schneider there?
Westmoreland had taken a ride-sharing service to meet the boy, take him back to his hotel room. Given the serious nature of the incident, Disney immediately fired him. Within hours of his arrest, the station issued a statement saying, "Given the nature of the charges and our responsibility for the welfare of employed minors, we have released him from his recurring role and he will not be returning to work on the series, which wraps production on his 3rd season next week." So he was basically let go in the middle of filming for season 3 of Andy Mac. This swift
How did they explain it? Did he just die in the series? No, Dad got cancer out of nowhere.
Action by the station seems reasonable when you consider that Westmoreland had been working alongside co-stars aged between 14 and 17, and the target audience of the show was really young kids. Now, in his defense, according to his lawyer, Westmoreland was evaluated by a doctor who said he
Oh my god, bro.
Westmoreland did not actually believe he was communicating with a 13-year-old. He
thought they're gonna say unfit or whatever. Once again, I get the circumstances for your mind not being in the right place and all that stuff. But if you're a pedophile, my boy, I have no sympathy. Once again,
thought the exchange was a role play with another.
Nah, shut up.
Adult online. Still, this.
No, you would bring that up. You wouldn't take the chance. If you truly believe that. You would. I feel like you would still. I don't fucking know, bro. This
doesn't make things any better because why would you role play with someone who's pretending to be a minor? No. The initial charges, 6 felony counts, attracted a sentence of 10 years, but he entered a plea deal that brought the charge down to 2 years in prison for using interstate facilities to transmit information about minors.
That's the worst part. A slap on the wrist. Sure, he didn't do anything, but if there wasn't a fucking sting operation, he would have been fucking a child, bro. He would have literally. throw away the key.
The deal, he must cooperate with DNA collection
so
and also
weird
register as
how
a sex
the
offender
fucking-
for 25 years once he's out of federal prison.
Like,
In addition,
the
he'll be
priorities
required
of the
to avail
justice
all his
system are so
computer
weird
devices to
sometimes.
random searches and inspections, and to notify authorities of all the accounts he uses for the electronic communications or storage, including things like email and social media. These supervised release terms will be in effect for 10 years after his release and will also mean he cannot interact with people aged 18 years and below without the supervision of another adult. Now, given that Disney already cut ties with Westmoreland and the fact that his charges were of a very serious nature, there is a very, very minimal chance he's going to be picked up by any other
Nah,
station.
you never
Yeah,
know.
I think
Nickelodeon's pretty good with pedophiles. They like I said, Dan Schneider.
it's pretty much safe to say that this dude's career is completely dead. Bella Thorne. Full name, Annabella Avery Thorne.
I would argue Bella Thorne, despite a rocky path. Well, actually, I haven't really kept up with her, but I would say she's doing fine now. She has an OnlyFans. She's 25 years young, you know. We're not that... We're just pretty close. Only 5 years apart. I thought she was a lot older. I would say she's doing fine now. I used to see a lot of crazy shit about her, though.
Thorne. Born in Pembroke Pines, Florida, Bella is probably the youngest in terms of career kickoff amongst the Disney stars on our list today. She was born on October 8th, 1997, and began her acting career in 2003 with an uncredited role in a 2003 film called Stuck on You. She must have been around
That's
6
so
at the
crazy. They can just not credit you for roles. I still
Just
find
like
that
our
so
other
wild.
stars, she has a pretty impressive portfolio. Notably, she's had roles in Dirty Sex Money, My Own Worst Enemy, and of course, she played Cece Jones in Shake It Up. Now, this last role, playing Cece in Shake It Up, is what she's really known for and was a significant step in her career. She also won awards along the way, including Young Artist Award and the prestigious Imagen Award, or is it pronounced Imagine? Whatever. Following the Disney role in the 2010 to 2013 period, she went on to be cast in other popular films, including Blended, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip, The Babysitter Series, The Duff, Infamous, and the series Famous in Love. These roles spanned between 2014 and 2020.
You know what else she was in? She was in the fucking Scream TV show. She was dude. All the trailers and everything made it seem like she was gonna be like a main character. They really just baited us. She died in the first like 20 seconds. Honestly, a smart play from them. Teenager me that thought she was really hot was very saddened though.
Also, she ventured into music, and her single, Watch
It
Me,
literally started with her in a fucking pool in like a bathing suit. I was like, and then she died.
in 2011,
Scream show was pretty good. I never fucking finished it, but maybe one day I'll go back
made
to
it to the US Billboard Hot 100, coming at number 86 on the charts. Overall, she's pretty well accomplished. So, how did she ruin her career? Well, the biggest consensus might be that she curved an image that is so distant from her Disney self. She's transitioned into a
See, is that
controversial and
ruining her
sexualized
career,
brand,
though?
which is as far as someone can be from the Disney image, and she
Like-
knows it. For instance, while at Disney, she had the
Like, I think she did that on purpose, and I wouldn't call that ruining a career. That's just changing a career.
appearance of perfect. She later admitted in an interview that this was part of the pressure that she didn't appreciate while filming the show Shake It Up. She said, quote, "There are
Yeah, I'm sure it was like a knee-jerk reaction, like, fuck this station. I'm gonna get as far away from it as possible.
definitely a lot of pressures in Disney's eye to be so perfect, and I think that's where Disney in a sense goes wrong, because they make their kids seem perfect. That image is very difficult. It's also never
Yeah,
been me. So what
I do
is the
understand
real
that.
Bella
That's
Thorne?
crazy.
According to Bella, being real about poetry, sexuality, past struggles with abuse, and other areas of her life was a better way to connect with her fans. Again, this is pretty much the opposite of what Disney would allow near their brand. Moving on, her controversial stance didn't stop there. This is because later on, also, while filming for Freeform's Famous in Love, she was called a diva who was uncontrollable and crazy. Now, those are pretty strong words coming from a studio. Anyway, the bigger hit to her image, however, was when she leaked nude photos of herself to get ahead of a hacker who was threatening
Let's
her. In
go.
June 2019, Bella, in a stance
That's
to
so
quote,
fucked up, man. Not her, the hacker.
take the power back, posted on Twitter messages from an anonymous person revealing
I thought, once again, how is that bad? Like, it was gonna happen either way. She, you know.
topless
I don't know.
selfies of herself in the process. She
Look,
said,
man, I'm not even a Bella Thorne fan or anything, but I don't think this is ruining.
yesterday,
her career.
as you all know, my shit was hacked. For the last 24 hours, I have been threatened with my own nudes. I feel gross. I feel watched. I feel someone has taken something from me that only I want.
Out of curiosity, just so I can have the, you know, the facts right. Let me check on these. Oh God! There's more than just boobies on there. Wow.
wanted one special person to see. She added, "I'm putting this out because it's my decision. Now you
I'm
don't
not
get
gonna
to
watch
take
them.
yet another thing
I'm
from me."
good.
This was a bold move from her, and her fans praised her for it. However, the internet being the same old dark place, those nude photos have followed her reputation ever since. And to make it worse, Bella has continued to find herself in tricky conversations. For instance, in 2019, she directed a film, Her and Him, for P-Hub. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with directing an X-rated film, it's pretty insane to do so as a debut instead of directing shows. Regarding the experience directing
I
the
would
film,
love
Bella
to
said filming
debut
actual
or
sex was quite a
direct
fun
a porn.
environment. Then, just a year later, in 2020, she joined
Porno.
OnlyFans and riled up a significant portion of her fan base. But why were they mad? Well, she came in and gentrified the whole thing. In an interview with Rolling Stone, one content creator on the platform thought it wasn't so good that a former Disney Channel star with many sources of income would come in and dilute revenue for
Skill issue. That's literally a skill issue. That reminds me of when like people were mad at VTubers, like all these, you know, these fucking like Instagram or OnlyFans thoughts. Like they would I think sex work is fine, by the way. I was just kind of joking about the thoughts thing, but like they would get mad because these VTubers taking away their revenue. That's literally a fucking skill issue. Like me, right? Let's say 5 years from now, I'm still making videos, and that's like my main source of income, but it's for a specific niche, like my anime channel. Maybe it takes off for one specific anime, and I talk about it, and then someone else comes in that's more popular, and they start making videos about that anime. Low key skill issue on my side, because you just gotta be better, man. You just gotta be better. Like, you know, if people don't want your goods, they don't want your goods. It's literally how business works, man.
for regular sex workers. Now, I wouldn't say Bella Thorne's career is over, but I'm sure a bunch of angry parents would like to say that. And I guess the OnlyFans competitors. But a lot of the people on this list, they suffer from being compared to people. Not the dude that was texting a minor, but the other people, they are still fairly young. So I think they're just always with that pressure. Disney.
Yeah, I think all of them can make a comeback
you need to be
except
good boy.
for the,
you need to be good girl. So when they start being a normal human being, they just start getting compared. I mean, especially Bella Thorne being compared to Zendaya.
That's true. I can see. Bro, that must have been awful, because I remember when she left and Zendaya stood, and Zendaya had an amazing image. She still does. That must have been fucking rough.
All the time in her DMs in the comments, Zendaya wouldn't do this, you know? Like, it has to be horrible.
Zendaya would never.
I do sympathize with Bella Thorne. I sympathize with a lot of the people on this list, not everyone though. But I guess we'll only see with time where her career will lead her in a few years. Alright, that was it for this video.
She's gonna become a VTuber. Let's go. I would watch.